Hey everyone, my name is Jonathan and I'm a Senior Associate at Pusara working in the Infectious Disease and Climate Change portfolio. Today we're diving into a very important issue, misinformation. It's a problem that's everywhere, affecting everything from politics to public health. And a few months ago, the UN Innovation Network released a brief on this, describing how behavioral science can combat misinformation. So what's in this brief? It's all about giving us the tools to spot misleading claims one way or the other. The brief also emphasizes the need for global collaboration to tackle the impact of misinformation on trust, health, safety, and public discourse. And I totally agree with that. We do need a worldwide effort here. But there's a catch. Most of the studies that explore this problem and that test interventions to fix it happen in Western contexts. We're talking Europe and the US. But in the global south, not so much yet. And that's where we at Pusara step in. So what we're doing is we're validating cutting-edge interventions in the global south, and we're also pushing boundaries with new methods. One exciting bit that we're working on right now tackles a big challenge, taking findings from the lab to the real world. Misinformation, of course, can't be solved in a lab. It's an issue that happens in the real world, infecting complex information ecosystems with many forces at play. And I think that the field of behavioral science needs to get a little better at understanding how behavior occurs within a system. And that's why we need to contextualize our interventions properly for specific audiences, studying social, environmental, and informational ecosystems in which they are embedded. This is going to help us craft more effective solutions to tackle misinformation, I think. In a study that we're currently doing, we are already kind of trying to push the boundary on this a little bit. We're working with caregivers to tackle misinformation around the HPV vaccine. Like most other studies, we develop interventions, but unlike most other studies, we won't just test them in the lab, but we will also test them in the real world. In this case, exposing our participants to videos and infographics directly on their Facebook feeds. How are we doing that? Just like any other advertiser on Facebook, we are planting cookies on participants' mobile devices, allowing us to show them our ads. And we're really convinced that this innovative approach is going to push research a little forward in this space, and it will help us understand how interventions actually work and how well they actually work in the real world, and help craft information ecosystems that are more resilient.